Hi, Steve here. Welcome to this overview on the Australia and New Zealand horse racing ratings. Great thing with this software is it's doing the thoroughbreds, or the gallops as we call them, and harness racing. A lot of people requested, can we have something solid on harness racing? And this is our first thing that's got some solid information that you can use to make a profit with the harness racing in both New Zealand and Australia. As I do this video, we've had this software up and running now for about 10 days, and we're getting to the point where we've been able to do enough research. I think we did over 10,000 horses in both harness and gallop to work out a couple of strategies that you can hit the ground running with. But in this video, what I want to do is just show you an overview on what the software does. So firstly, it covers Australia and New Zealand racing, and it has 5 individual rating services combined into one. So we have the star rating here, we have also 6 if you want to count the jockey trainer rating. This jockey trainer rating is for the jockey and the trainer for the track where the meeting is being held. We have form rating, sky rating, FPP ratings and APR ratings, and then this column here, the nice blue and pink column, is live odds coming from Betfair. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a Betfair account or you live in a country that doesn't have Betfair, you'll still be able to get these ratings in the software, these prices in the software. And from all the research I've been doing on this software, it is the most reliable column to find winners. But obviously just backing the favourite on Betfair is not going to get you a profit, which is the name of the game, just exactly as the star ratings. Although 4-star ratings are very powerful, on their own they won't get you a profit, and that's the name of the game, is to get a profit. Okay, so what we've done in our research is we've found just a couple of combinations, because obviously it's still early days, that will get you a profit right from the start, the get-go. So you can, if you want to use those, otherwise you will have your own things that you want to look at. So let's have a look at what we've got. The first column is the horse's racing number, the barrier number, the name of the horse, the rating, the 4, 3, 2, 1 ratings, the jockey, the trainer, the form, the percentage, win percentage, place percentage, obviously being a maiden, none of them have got a win percentage. Days since last run, so that's pretty obvious. We can see how many days since they last raced. The jockey trainer ratings, as I touched on before, this is for the track where the meeting is being held. This one's in New Zealand at Wingatui, and so the rating, the jockey trainer rating, is only related to this track. Win prize rating, so you can see there how much money they've won as a percentage. Race form, sky form, FPP rating and APR rating. Now it's with essentially these ratings here and the star rating that we've looked to give you a couple of strategies. So combining these 5 ratings and using the price as a determining factor is how we got some strategies for you to use. Now the winner here, this appears very quickly after the race has been run. Then the winner and loser and place getters will be coming into here. Now New Zealand is a bit slow, Betfair are a bit slow updating New Zealand races, but the Australian racings are like 30 seconds, a minute after the race has been declared. The result is shown here in this column, in the winner column. So the great thing about this software, apart from having all this valuable information, is we can export the data. Now we can export the data race by race if you want to, or if I scroll right, meetings. What this will do now, it'll take all the meetings, and I mean there is a lot of meetings today, so just give it a minute or two to download. And once you've done that, what we can do is click on export, and what that will do is it will give us an Excel file that we can use to do our sorting and research for the day's racing or for previous days racing to find winning strategies. And so here it is now. it's in an Excel file, so if I just open it, just bring it across from the other screen, this is what we get. Okay, so we've got this now, and we can use this very quickly and simply to find out what we want. As you can see, this race at chitin, we've already got the results are already in here, and the ones with the little slashes here, obviously they haven't been run yet. So what I do quickly is in finding out what horses I want to back for the day, I simply go to data and I pick the filter, and you can see now every column has got a filter on it, and then we can just go and use the filters the way we want. So we can go to, for example, the form filter greater than or equal to, we may only want 100. So if we do that, click on 100, you can see now on this P column all the horses that are only with form of 100 now are showing, and we can see there in that first race at Kyneton, Luminar ran a place at odds of 6.6. So it just gives you an idea. It's very quick. We could go through some other ratings and maybe put the filter there, greater than or equal to 90. Click on that, and then once again more are dropped out of the filter as we go along. So this is an excellent quick way of honing down, drilling down, finding exactly what you want to look for. You may decide that you don't want any horses that haven't won a race, so that will cut out all your maiden races. So now we can see we're getting down even less and less horses. What we've also got here is we can separate horses from harness, so we can go to the harnesses and it'll only bring up the harness racing. Now these are the only races in the harness that have got those two filters that I just put in earlier. So you can see how quickly we can get through the fields and have a look to see exactly what we were doing. Another one I like here is at 90, so if I put in 90 there, you'll see the field will diminish down even more. So you can find the filters that you want to use very quickly. There's a bit more on the Excel on that later on. I'll just get rid of that now. Okay, now if we click on a race, for example, let's have a look at a race that's pretty close to happening. We can see there, this is the Australian Eastern Time, and that's what all these times for the races are in Australian Eastern Time. So you can see, for example, it's 12:29 in the east. So if we go to say 12:29, so if we look at this race is run 4 minutes ago, so we probably won't have the results yet. So that was the Kyneton race that we just looked at before. So we can see what happened there, and we can sort by column. So we can go to Sky Ratings, for example, and click on the button up there, and it brings us up the top Sky rated horse. Okay, if we want to look at form rating, we can click on that, and we've got the highest form rating horse there. So we can sort by columns to have a look and bring them up, and then you can see the results are coming down here. Well, the winner in this race, Scampton, is at 380. As I said, I find the Betfair pricing column is the most accurate, but obviously just using that column, like using the favourite from Betfair, you're not going to make a profit. It's where we start adding these ratings together, and where we have horses that are high rated in the 5 categories: star rating, form rating, sky rating. That is where the magic happens. Okay, you don't get a lot of bet, depending how strong filters you put on. It depends on how many bets you end up getting. If I just have a quick look, I'll just bring. This is a harness strategy that we're using. We can see here the red line is the win line. So since the 24th of February to the 24th of January to the 4th of February, we can see there we've made 25 points in the win market, and we've made 13 points in the place market. So you can see it there, and that is not on a lot of bets. That is only on 30 bets. We're running had 30 bets and we're making 25 points profit, so that's a very good return using this method here, and 13 points profit on the same 30 bets just in the place market. So that's just one of the strategies that we've got. We've also got one for the Gallops. If I just bring that up. In the Gallops here, we've had just 29 bets over that period with the filters that we'll give you in a separate book. When you subscribe to the software, you can see there it's made 18 points on the 29 races and 6 points profit on the same 29 races for the place market. Okay. The other thing that I should have mentioned right from the very start was obviously that the software is cloud-based, so you can access it from your phone, your tablet, your PC, your Mac. It's available and it's quick and easy to use. You just open it and away you go. You can go back, say if we want to go back to the 1st of February, we can go back, and there are the 1st of February races here. So we've got a database forming now, so you can go through and download those Excels and start making a research base for you if you want to go into more details, work out your own strategies, which is what we encourage you to do. We don't want everyone using the strategies that we've given to you in the PDF when you purchase the subscription. I'm sure you've got your favourite like win percentage, for example. Say in a race like this, you may say, well, I don't want anything under 15, so you click on that and you see, okay, there's only 2 horses here, they've got a win rate better of 15%, and we can see there that the winner was indeed in those 2, and we could say maybe also look at, I strongly suggest that you use more than one rating when you're looking at a strategy. Or if a race is coming up and you want to have a bet on one race, you can click on that race, have a look at the stats and just make a bet off that if you want to. At the top there you'll see match, that's how much money's matched at Betfair. These odds are calculated just before the off, we don't go into in play or anything. So these odds here, if you're doing research, are very close to what the horse actually paid if you backed it just at the jump. Okay, so that's what the software is all about. As I said, the great thing is you can, if you like using Excel, then you can export the data and do a lot more shaping of what ratings or what percentage of ratings that you want in devising your strategies for Australian and New Zealand horse racing. We haven't done any strategies for New Zealand solely because in that 10 days period there hasn't been a lot of racing to get us enough data to make a worthwhile strategy yet, but we will as time goes by. Okay, thanks. I'll wrap this video up. There'll be another video down below showing you a bit more about this, but this shows you what the Australian race and the ANZ Horse Race Radar can do. So on behalf of Mike and myself, Steve, thanks for watching this video. We hope you get involved in this exciting project. It's not expensive, easy to use, and covering the gallops and the harness. For you in the UK, a lot of the harness racing happens from say about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning UK time. So if you wanted to do something rather than betting on greyhounds in the mornings, then you could look at betting on the Australian harness racing instead. And some of the evening meetings, of course, for the thoroughbreds, the gallops. Okay, that's a wrap. See you soon. Cheers.